Police say he is the suspect in a bizarre and disturbing series of attacks.
It's closed for emergency maintenance at the Keele campus of York University following a bizarre crime that's making jaws drop.
And then, the smell hit. Somebody was like, oh, it smells.
People can get sick from getting feces thrown at them.
Baby, how on this roller coaster? So high I could barely function. Painkillers help ease my mind. I swear I didn't know the pain.
Wagwan, everybody. Welcome to our next episode of Tot the Things podcast. Now, my bad, I've been away for a few days. I've been really busy with my other business, as I'm sure all you guys must know by now. So, I want to get into the topic of today, which is a little different than what we usually talk about. But this one is actually fucking funny as fuck because in my original podcast I talked about this when this just happened. But I've been seeing it come back again for some reason on my FYP. So I said, let me talk about this. And they call this man the Toronto shit man. And this, if you don't know about this story and you hear the details that we're gonna go into, this whole shit is fucking crazy because this went viral all over Canada. Because this is something that people never heard of before. Niggas don't wake up and do the shit that we're gonna be talking about. But with all that said, let's get into it. So this happened at York University, and this was on November 22nd of 2019, and this happened in the library. And the students, them are just working, doing whatever they do when you're in university. They're in the library just chilling, right? A person by the name of Sam, a 23-year-old man, walks into the whole university, and a lot of people are wondering how he even got in there. But he came in the university because I don't think he went there, with a bucket in his hand. Now, like I said, the man's walking through and people are wondering how you got past security with the fucking bucket them in your hand. But the man got through, was walking, went into the library with the tall bucket and dumped it on a person. The computer covered in shit. The table covered in diarrhea. Piss. Supposedly the man shit and piss and diarrhea up in a bucket and was just dumping it on people. And so many more instances happened. This is just the first case. There's about 2 more I have for you guys. But I want to play you guys the news clip, and I think I have the actual video. I'm going to play for you guys and I'll be right back.
Police have arrested a 23-year-old man tonight charged in a series of sickening crimes. In the last 4 days, at least 5 people have been assaulted on university campuses where a man with a bucket drenched them with a foul substance that, well, let's just say, belongs in a toilet. CTV's John Vanavalli-Rao has the disturbing details.
On university campuses across Toronto, the latest attack has had students on high alert.
I actually think it's just super disgusting and really demeaning for someone to do that because they'd have to plan something like that.
All right, so you guys just heard that shit, bro, and you seen that. You see on the computer, bro, what the fuck do you even do when a person does that to you? Do you at first you probably don't even realize you don't even know what that is probably till you watch the news or imagine the smell, bro, holy. So the second story happened on November 24th, just 2 days after. I believe that first case we just talked about was on a Friday. So I think this is a Sunday. This one now is York University. And the man went into the university and did the exact same thing. He came in with a bucket and dumped the bucket of shit on, this time, multiple people. It wasn't even just one, it was multiple people. And as you can imagine, bro, people are running up and down. Everybody's wondering now because they heard about the first case just 2 days ago. So now they're wondering, could this really be? You know what I mean? And imagine the people I'm going to play you guys the next news clip and I'll be right back.
Closed for emergency maintenance at the Keele campus of York University following a bizarre crime that's making jaws drop.
This is something crazy. It's something awful.
But this is ridiculous. So I'm not sure what the cause of this was or why they did it, but it's not great.
Disgusting. Awful.
Sunday afternoon, a bucket of what appeared to be urine and fecal matter was poured on a student and a laptop in the library at York. The aftermath caught on video, which Global News has opted not to show. But that doesn't mean it isn't making the rounds online. Many of the students here have seen it and are beyond flabbergasted as to how the perpetrator would have even gotten past security carrying fecal matter.
If a person like that can get in, whether it's a student or an outside person, that is a safety concern. People can get sick from getting feces thrown at them. That's an issue.
The area is monitored by 24-hour video surveillance, and a spokesperson with the university says staff are assisting police in their investigation. We have reached out to the victim of the assault to offer support. We are also investigating the incident and working with Toronto Police Service, writes Yenny Deganis, the acting chief spokesperson at the institution. But the bizarre tale doesn't end here. Friday, a similar incident occurred at the University of Toronto's Robarts Research Library. This picture taken by a student shows a hazmat team cleaning up.
Absurd it was. Like, some guy actually came up and dumped feces on another guy.
All right, so now we're on to the third story. You guys just heard that. And this one now happened on the Monday, I believe it was, close to midnight. Police got a phone call and they said that there was a bucket of shit that was dumped on a lady just walking around a university area. I think it was. It was on, I think they said College Street, which is off of University Avenue. So this must have been the next same like campus area, if that's the name of the roads. The lady's just walking around the street, and voodoosh, wet up, beer diarrhea, beer piss all over her. And what happened was that actually the man just dropped the bucket this time. He never gone with the bucket. So if I'm look on the screen right now, you're gonna see a picture of the bucket. The man left the bucket there, and police look how the man's face looked bent up. They had to pick it up and put the bucket in a bag. They wind up calling ambulance. Ambulance came. And they just wipe her down, I believe it was, because she never wound up going to the hospital. All it says was they assessed her. So I wonder how drenched she was, because if I was covered in that much diarrhea and shit and piss from my next man, bro, I'm going to the emergency room. I'm going to drink bleach. You have to drink bleach. I want to play you guys the news clip for this. The last news clip I'm going to play, because they wind up catching the man right after this. And then I'm going to get into my thoughts.
Interest across the city, mainly due to the motivation behind the allegations being too hard to fathom.
There's really no words. It's quite bizarre.
A Toronto man has been arrested in connection with a series of vile assaults on university students. In all three incidents, Samuel Opoku is charged with putting fecal matter in a bucket and hurling it or throwing it at unsuspecting students. The 23-year-old was arrested last evening and appeared at Old City Hall for a bail hearing. He sat in the prisoner's box, head in hands, while the hearing was put over.
It's not a pleasant situation to be sitting in a courtroom with the public scrutiny that he's currently having to endure. And it's obviously overwhelming, as it would be for anybody.
Jordan Weiss is the lawyer representing the accused. A publication ban prevents the media from reporting any details from inside the courtroom, which was jammed with curious onlookers, university and high school students.
That's precisely why I brought them here, so they would, get a feel for something that they've seen recently in the news.
Opoku is facing 5 counts of assault with a weapon and 5 counts of mischief interfering with property. Those charges stem from 3 separate attacks.
I feel like everyone's just a little relieved that we can focus on our studies as exams are coming up.
Weiss wouldn't comment specifically on his client's mental health, but told reporters that his client understood the court proceedings and was fit to take part.
There's really unfortunate concerns that currently we have with regard to the mentally ill and those with mental disorders.
Those court documents also show that the accused violated the terms of his probation twice. And right now, at this point, he actually is still being held in custody. That bail hearing that we had earlier today was put over, and he will appear back here at Old City Hall on Tuesday.
All right, so you guys just heard that. Now, bro, this is crazy as hell, because the first thing that came to my mind was why? Why did you do this? You know what I mean? Was there somebody that you were taking vengeance on? Was there someone in the university that like pissed you off? But then you're going to different places. But why? Why was the reason? A lot of people were saying it was mental health. I think you even heard the lawyer boy try to assume, or not assume, but trying to put that out there that it could have been a possibility. You know what I mean? Because for real, who in their right mind decides to do this? The second thing was, where did you get all that shit from? How long were you planning this? Where were you storing this? Were you shitting in a bucket and pissing in the bucket for how long to fill up the bucket? Them, not even just one bucket, but so many buckets. Whose shit was like? How? Why? Why were you doing this? My last thing was imagine. Just imagine you're wherever you are. You're at school, just sitting there, right? And you just get wet up, like, oh. You just get wet up with this mystery liquid, but then by the time you smell it, if your mouth's open, if you look up into the sky, you look up into the sky, right, and see diarrhea coming down, on you. How are you can even react? You can't even move fast enough, and your mouth's open, your eyes open. Imagine the taste that those people had to taste, bro, somebody would have to die. There's no way that you can just dump shit on people like that and everybody's walking away freely. But I want you guys to let me know what you think about this situation down below. Let me know if you remember hearing about this. If you went to the school, or if you know anybody who got covered up with the diarrhea, you guys let me know, bro, because this is something that the city's never heard of before. And on Talk the Things, we don't talk about just one set of stuff. We talk about all Toronto things. And this was a thing that I believe that needed to come onto the show, because I talked about it before, like I said, but this is just, I want to get more opinion on it now and bring it back up. So you guys let me know, and we'll talk next time.
Baby, how on this roller coaster? So high I could barely function. Painkillers help ease my mind. I swear that it numb the pain. I'm going fast, rolling. Ain't but a bag, don't want it. Girl, tell me you rolling with me. Baby, how on this roller coaster? Gonna give it all I got, yeah. Young nigga tryna ball, yeah.